Good afternoon, everybody. It's Stephen and Paul from WinExtra bringing you your daily brief of Microsoft news for January 18th, 2011. And man, oh man, it's, Jobs takes a holiday and the tech world goes just dead.
Very quiet on the tech front today, yeah. Not a whole load happening out there,
No.
but, well, not a whole load that will fit in a consumer show anyway.
No.
There's lots of interesting tech stuff.
Little tidbit type things. Tidbit
But for a Microsoft consumer show?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not that this will affect consumers that much at all, but apparently one of the core contributors to Microsoft Kinect, Johnny Chung Lee, is going to Google. He's saying bye-bye. And
you see, I would be worried if Kinect had been a completely in-house developed project by Microsoft, but it's not.
No.
It's, it's external hardware with Microsoft drivers and a few bits of Microsoft internals. It's not really the kind of thing that some other developer can't, or group of developers can't just pick up on. He may have, led the software development. This is one of those stories that it sounds like, somebody is more important than they are.
And if you read through on this, okay, who was it?
I haven't even read it. I'm relying on you.
Mary Jo Foley, as she wrote, at Microsoft, Lee was a researcher in the Microsoft Applied Sciences Group, chartered with exploring novel input and output devices that can improve interaction with computing technology. This is really just like, it's not important, really. He was a kind of a cool guy. He did some cool stuff, but he's moving on to Google. Big deal.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of brain drain, this isn't necessarily a brain drain for Microsoft, and it's certainly not a sort of an engineering or a development brain drain or anything that's going to impact Kinect or anything in any way, shape, or form. But you know what? Good luck to him with his new job.
Keeping with Kinect, Tom Warren over at WinRumor says Microsoft is warning of further Kinect shortages right through January and February.
And that wasn't expected? I mean, yeah, come on. I mean, we only talked, was it yesterday or the day before, about the fact that, Microsoft sold over 8 or 8.5 million Xboxes in December, which meant that they had to jump into their January and February allowance, the Xboxes that they had put aside for that in order to keep up with demand. So we're expecting shortages of that in January and February. Needless to say, they only expected to sell 5 million or thereabouts Kinect. So, shipping 8 million of those, it's going to mean shortage in January and February. But you know what? Just be honest. There's not going to be a lot of people doing a lot of that kind of buying in January and February.
No, not at all.
Once the January sales were over at the start of the year, where are we now? What date is it? Like, it's the 18th of January. January's nearly over. Halfway's over. We're past the halfway mark. No. Maybe next month. People get a little bit of money back into their pockets.
Well, if they do, they might be wanting to keep a grip on it till the 15th, when apparently, I guess, Microsoft will be releasing the Gears of War collection.
The Gears of War triple pack.
Yes.
You're talking Gears of War 2, all the downloadable content, and the Gears of War 2 expansion pack.
Yeah.
No, is it Gears of War 2 or Gears of War 1?
Gears of War, it just says Gears of War, and the expansion pack, Gears of War All Fronts.
Yeah. So, all of that in one nice little package for those of you who don't already own
$30
of that or all of that. That's not a bad deal, actually, when you consider that, how much Gears of War 1 costs originally. I mean, that's still, $8-9 second hand. You get it at GameStop or somewhere like that. Gears of War 2, and then, all the downloadable content as well. So that's a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah,
$30, I'd recommend.
Yeah.
If I didn't already own all of it, I'd go out and buy it.
Now, this sort of broke early this morning. I started seeing word of it, but apparently, now this is kind of bothering. Now, I know you have your thoughts on this, but there's a report going around that the top Facebook advertiser is a Bing scam.
Yeah, and you see, this is a bit of a
misleading lie.
Very misleading. Okay, because first off, let's get it right. Okay, there's some ad or something. MakeMeBaby.com.
MakeMyBaby.com. Yes.
MakeMyBaby.com. So it's some sort of interactive application on Facebook. But when you visit it, it tells you that you need to install a browser plugin in order to use it. Now, the browser plugin, then depending on what browser you're using, changes your default search engine to Bing. Now, the reason it's doing this is because they then run ads over Bing, which they get part of the affiliate marketing from. Now, Microsoft, once they found out about the other companies down the line who are actually providing this, like Zugo, said they have terminated their relationship with these guys because they didn't know this was going on. Basically, it's, look, you can't be... Every affiliate company out there has this problem. Everybody who runs an affiliate program has this problem. Somebody always tries to find a way to scam to make more affiliate money.
It's called human nature.
Got anything to do with Microsoft. The interesting thing that I find really funny is that Facebook say these guys, even though they bought $1.8 billion worth of advertising, 1.8 billion ads, wasn't it?
Ad impressions, yeah.
Ad impressions on Facebook. Facebook said, these guys don't advertise with us. But you know what? Not only, this is the problem, these kind of, I hate to use the word scam, but these kind of programs that run in order to, basically, the scam that's occurring is actually scamming Microsoft out of affiliate money, okay? That's the person who's getting scammed here, okay? Now, these kind of schemes, the problem I have with them, or the funny thing I see with them, is they actually highlight the problem with the user. It's a social interaction. You have to install the plugin in order to do it. Now, according to the reports that we've read from ZDNet, Read Write Web, and Media Post, as soon as you visit these pages, you can't do anything at all. You immediately get the thing that says, install this browser plugin. So, you, as a user, go to this page, and before it lets you do anything else at all, you install a browser plugin, not knowing what it's going to do or why it's going to do it, and you don't read through the terms and conditions, and you don't read through what it does, and then you cry like a big fecking girl's blouse because it changes your browser settings, and it's all evil because you're stupid.
Yes. It's evil.
I'm sorry, I am
stupid.
Sick and tired of users complaining when, they don't use their own initiative and they don't use their own brains when they're online. Yes, companies like Facebook and Microsoft and everybody else under the sun has a responsibility to the users, but users, you have a responsibility to yourself and your computer. Exercise it.
Yes. Do it. What Paul said.
Yes, cranky man speaks.
Yes. Now, I know this really doesn't thrill you all that much, and really it's not, make or break, but apparently, I post about it, but Microsoft is planning a new look for Microsoft.com.
Yay.
Yay. But very heavily...
It's a visual overhaul of the website, and it looks kind of interesting. There's some Metro influences in there, but you know what? I'm not exactly going to be jumping up and down with...
Well, maybe this will make you jump up and down. But Microsoft has made OneNote, their note-taking, I love it. It's a great program. They're making OneNote free on the iPhone, and apparently this is possibly a lead-in to Office showing up on the iPad, an iPhone.
I don't know about that. I just think that, OneNote on the iPhone is a rather fitting place for that application. OneNote's probably nearest direct competitor would be Evernote, and Evernote has been on the iPhone forever. So it's on Android, it's everywhere. So I'm not surprised. It doesn't mean at all in any way, shape, or form that Office is coming to the iPad. It will eventually come to the iPad. Probably it'll come in a tablet format. But I think people are reading too much into this other than just we have the availability of OneNote on iPhone, which is an app that belongs on that form form factor. That's really where you want your notes when you're on the go.
One last little bit interesting post that just showed up before showtime. Everything WM, Christopher Minnick, is suggesting that Windows Phone 7 needs a flagship phone. And I'm saying,
every
it
product
does.
Needs a flagship product. Every range of product needs something to aspire to and to live up to be. You know, there's many good Samsung phones, for example, that I think we could probably choose as a flagship product. I mean, Google has the Nexus 2. Yep. Is it the Nexus 2 or the Nexus S, whichever it is?
Yeah.
They have that as their, that is the Google phone.
Yeah.
Apple obviously has its iPhone, but then again, it's only got the one.
As far as I'm concerned, Microsoft should do the same thing. And from what I understand, the reading I've seen is that the Samsung Focus probably would be the most ideal candidate for that.
Probably would, but I just wonder how they would arrange that, because they've got so many deals with so many different phone manufacturers. They'd be afraid of pissing people off. I wonder if maybe Microsoft shouldn't just take the Google approach and build just one phone themselves. And just say, because look, Google never really does well with the phone that they sell. They do it online, it sells a few, and blah, blah, blah. But, all the other models make up for it, Yeah. But it is the phone. It is the standard to beat, And maybe Microsoft should take that line.
Okay, just a little bit of biz. I don't know whether you've noticed or not, but we are running a donation drive here at WinExtra. The way it works is the money collected is divided. So if you donate $1, 50 cents goes to WinExtra, 50 cents goes to the general pool. And once we reach our goal for that round, we will be buying presents.
Cool swag.
Yes.
And right now, WinExtra is on a drive just to raise $250 to cover things like, server costs and all that sort of stuff, and, keep Stephen Hudson a happier man with new gadgets. And at the end of the drive, for 2 lucky users, you will get the opportunity to get $60 worth of games from Steam. $60 that you can spend in any which way, shape, or form you want. One entry costs $1, so, if you dig a little deeper into your pockets, you've got a better chance of winning. So drop along to WinExtra.com if you're watching us on YouTube, and, take part if you'd like to be part of that. One last little bit of business, I suppose, with regards to anybody who is listening to the show on iTunes. We'd just like to apologize for yesterday's show, which went out without outro or intro
that was my fault.
Not much editing, because the wrong audio file was uploaded to the stream, but we promise you that won't happen again, as you can probably tell because you're listening to this one.
Yes.
But for those of you watching on iTunes or WinExtra.com, if you'd like to, have us in your earbuds as you're driving work or whatever the case may be, drop along to iTunes and search for WinExtra.
And on that note, folks, I'm Stephen. That's Paul. This has been WinExtra's Daily Brief for January 18th, 2011. Take care, everybody, and have a great day.
Have a good one, folks.